Hey everybody, Devin Scott, the CEO of Scalable, with me here today. Devin, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for
Excited
having me,
about
Brent.
this.
Super excited to be here, man. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Absolutely, man. Devin and I got the opportunity to meet just within the last couple weeks, and we've just been having a little dialogue on lead generation because Devin's in the space. He has a really incredible software company called Scalable, and even though that's not why we're here today, that's definitely something y'all need to check out. What we're going to be talking about a little bit here today is just the overall theme of lead generation, because Devin is a wealth of knowledge. Thank you again, Devin, for being here to talk about that particular topic. The whole lead generation space is big. I posted the thing the other day. Leads are oxygen to any business. You have leads coming in, it increases morale. It helps with just overall workplace environment. Sales teams more excited when they've got leads coming in. If they're generating them themselves or if they're getting them fed to them, everyone gets happier with leads. So with that, Devin, I just want to kick, conversation back and forth, if that's okay, with just lead generation strategy. What are you seeing in the overall landscape of businesses, but also what do you do for lead generation? I think that's one thing that we want to hear from other lead generation experts. And I'll turn it over to you.
Yep, for sure. Again, Brent, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
Leads, I'm not going to try to mess up what you said because that was a perfect quote. But without leads, your business doesn't eat. Like literally, leads are the gasoline to your business. It's literally, if you double your leads, you double your business, right? There's still systems and operations that has to be in place, but it all boils down to lead generation. And not to get too deep and long into the story, but I started the wrong way. So if you haven't yet opened Alex Hormozi's $100 million leads, he broke it down so simply. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So this is what I share with all my clients now, because although it's so simple, the simple, the better. And he calls it the core four of you're doing cold outreach, you're doing warm outreach, you're doing free value-based content, or you're going to run paid ads. Like those are the core four. And he says in the training and in the book, if you're not getting enough leads, do more of the core four. Simple as that. But with that being said, there's still strategies and tactics of how to do things the right way. And a lot of people are like, well, which one do I do? Well, all of them, right? You need to do all of it. It's not an or thing, it's an and thing. But with that being said, if you have money, yeah, paid ads are great. But if you don't have money, well, you need to go do some outreaching. So but there is also that content. And I've been neglecting content. I'm not sure about you, Brent, but I've been neglecting so much content over the last 3-4 years. And 2024 is my first year of saying, you know what? I'm going to go all in on content this year, because what content does is the glue to all of your lead generation.
Yeah.
Because what happens is when you do outreach, they're going to click on your page and see your content. When you run an ad, they're going to click on your page and see your content. Now, if you're running an ad or doing outreach and they click on your page and it's just crickets, they're going to be like, well, who is this person? What are they doing? Because people buy from people. So that content piece is the brand piece. So I'm really focused on that piece. But to get back to your question, I wanted to just throw that core four out there because I know how valuable that is to actually understand.
Yeah.
But getting back to your question, what we do all of them, right? We're turning on some ads. We're turning on some content. We've always done the organic outreach play where most people start, and it's always worked. And we always have really great systems in place that makes it really easy. And all of our cost per leads are very minuscule. They're so low that we're very, very, very profitable on the back end. But then you run into other problems, which I love to talk about, Brent, of, okay, well, I don't want to spend 3 to 4 hours a day doing cold outreach or warm outreach and trying to chat with people in the DM. So that's a big problem. We have a solution for it. Maybe we get into it. But if you don't have enough leads, do more of the core four.
I I really like that. One of the things that we focus on, so we have a couple of different tiered things with our business. So Funnel Force owns our automation softwares. So Funnel Force as a whole, we have local advertising clients where we do geofence advertising for them. So we do some ads, and we do the kind of ads that like pop up on people's cell phones and all of that. We've got, loads of agreements with app companies, 600,000 plus app companies. And so for companies to be able to get data on their ads, that's the big thing, because a lot of local businesses in the brick and mortar space, they will not touch advertising anymore unless they can get data showing them that they get a return on their investment. And we typically get around $3 for every dollar invested on some of our best ad campaigns. Now we have ones that are higher than that, but I mean, the ones that we try to stick to is like a 3-to-1 ratio. And that's for like local brick and mortar businesses on the geofencing side. Now, part of the whole Funnel Force thing is we teach a lot of local businesses social media. And I know you're helping businesses all across the country in the online space and a lot of that stuff. Well, for us with Funnel Force, we're trying to drill into some of the local businesses and help them with understanding exactly what you said. Part of the core 4 is that social media presence, and a lot of local businesses will fall victim to just hopping onto Facebook, spending $500 when they basically on an offer that they cooked up. They don't have regular posting down. So the Facebook algorithm, meta algorithm, doesn't really know who to serve their ad to, even though you can go in Ads Manager and select a demo. It's not feeding it to the right audience. And so many people fall victim to basically not doing what's free and then posting on a daily basis when they think, oh, it's just too much time. I can't invest that time. I don't see the results off that. But really, they just haven't done it right. I'm sure you see this all the time when you talk to clients, because even businesses in the online space, it's like if they're not posting on a regular basis and taking advantage of that, they really get swept underneath the rug when they start spending money on ads and they don't have the posting free content stuff down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll regress because I want to turn this back to you. But yeah, there's so much
brand.
there.
It's the brand piece, right?
Yeah.
Because if you have no brand equity, why would someone buy anything from you? You're not bringing any type of value to them.
Well, all the latest generation, like the most recent generations, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
Like they see how legitimate you are by checking Instagram, for crying out loud, or Facebook or YouTube. You know what I mean? It's wild.
Literally 10 years ago, what did we do? We went to go check. We Googled them. So it's all about SEO, get on the first page. Right now, you just go to the Instagram, you go to their Facebook page, you go to their social medias and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Literally, if me and my wife are trying to go eat somewhere right now, we literally go on Instagram and look at all the pictures of the food and like, ooh, let's go here. That's our new way, because Amazon reviews are a whole nother topic, but Amazon has trained us to buy based off of reviews. So
Yeah.
when we post content that could potentially go viral, get comments, get likes, give all these feedback, all these comments are now the digital reviews. So you have all these people that's talking about, oh, I love this thing. Well, guess what happens? People want to now tap in, but all that, again, ads are fuel to the fire, right? So if you're running these ads, the content is still the glue that you still need. And again, for me, this is brand new because I haven't really done a lot of content myself. I haven't really built my brand. I'm just a coach. I just serve the people. We just get results. But I'm like, man, I'm missing so much influence and so much potential of helping more people, not just making more money. Serving and helping the people will be a byproduct of making money. Okay. You will have that
Yes.
byproduct. But
Yeah.
how do we serve more people? How do we do more things? How do we get out there? And yes, we will make more money because I'm not shy about making money. Right. So I love that aspect of getting into content. And this is very new to us. But look at these young kids that are literally becoming millionaires on YouTube. All they do is post videos. They stream. They're like, oh my God, I get all these views, because attention is right now is a new currency and content's king. So if you're not doing content, like I haven't been the last 3 years, get on content, because now once you run an ad, it's going to scale so much further. Once you do organic outreach, it's going to go so much further, because once someone wants to dive into your content and they want to dive in deeper and like, really binge, guess what they're going to
Yeah.
do? If you don't have any content to binge, they're not going to probably move forward and buy anything. So I'm really heavy on this right now of where we're at right now with the content, because without it, it's really hard to scale any of it without everything. So
Yeah. No, it's so true. I mean, one of the things that Glenn and I, my business partner with Funnel Force, what we've noticed is that with my background in the radio space, and I did advertising strategies for some of the big brands. This was leading up into 2019, but I worked with some of the big names, household names, all the way down to some college athletics, and all the way down to solopreneurs, one person LLCs. And one of the things that I can tell is that people that do the free stuff on social media on a regular basis, especially getting in towards, when I stepped away from the radio advertising space, that was it was very evident. Like people in the local market, even if there was a strong social media space or strong social media brand that they established, they got more consistent lead flow. And it maybe wasn't trackable quite as much as it was then as it is now with everything that we can do with like some of the geofencing stuff. And we can really just, track cell phone data. And we know that people are like, we can follow them to your page. We know like if they see an ad somewhere, we can look at those pixels, we can look at all that stuff. But like it still holds true. Like content is king. You're exactly right. One of the big things that we're now trying to help people with is the YouTube space, because Google bought YouTube a couple years back, put billions of dollars into the platform. Now YouTube is the second largest search engine to Google worldwide. It's an educational giant, and there's advertising opportunities there that are just incredible for businesses in the online space. And so obviously, that's something that's a whole nother topic. But in the whole, we brand that under lead generation, because obviously running paid ads, like you talked about, you're going to generate leads from that. But I think for us, like our focus, we want to help focus on what can people do right now, today, for free, and just getting consistent on the social media. One of the things that I teach if I'm doing like a local ad seminar for brick and mortar businesses is that they have the owner or the staff member who's designated doing the, on the task list of the social media, scheduling out their content in the Meta Suite for Instagram and Facebook. But also there's softwares like yours. You can basically do a lot of that stuff. You can integrate it all together. I already know, like you guys have an incredible solution there. We have softwares that we've used in the past, that have done some of that stuff. And there's a lot of options that people offer out there for stuff like that. But there's also a lot that people can generate from, where they can just not spend 15 minutes a day. They can just spend 1 hour a month, schedule everything out. Obviously content creation, they got a budget time for that too. But like, there's just, I don't know. There's so many ways that people can be efficient with their time is where I'm trying to go. And the boogeyman for a lot of local businesses is just, well, I can't spend an hour a day on doing this stuff. You don't have to. Like literally, you don't have to. There's your solution out there that you offer. There's other solutions out there that might not, every business has a niche that they're trying to fill for different things. And it's just, if you can really just dial in, what do you need in order to basically fill those gaps, and sitting down with someone like Devin. Obviously we have our local business solutions for Funnel Force, and then we do our automations for different online spaces. Like our show today, that's brought to us by Lead Tether, which is our LinkedIn automation software. We're really heavy in the LinkedIn space with Lead Tether, but then also we have our other AI chat stuff that we have with Easy Messenger, and we're really excited to be representing that brand as well. So there's a lot of different solutions for different things. Scalable, however, Devin, why don't you tell everybody like a commercial really quick for Scalable before we start to wrap stuff up, and then you can leave people with a nugget that they can walk away from this webinar with.
Yeah, for sure. So talking Scalable, the reason why we name it Scalable is kind of in the name. It's if you have a business, it needs to be scalable, because our whole mantra with Scalable is work less, profit more, experience better. That's what it's all about. Because for me, it's about spending more time with your family, enjoying more experiences of what you're doing, but not just exchanging time for money. Because you mentioned solopreneurs. When the corporate side hustler transitions into being a solopreneur, and they're like, hey, this is great. I got my time back. I have freedom. They've left the rat race, but they don't talk about the entrepreneurial rat race of now you're just chasing leads. Now they're like, okay, now I'm spending 4 or 5 hours a day trying to chase these leads, getting in the DMs. And it's like, it's a burnout. It's overwhelming. Nobody likes to just get in the DMs. It's kind of annoying, right? It's just a lot of stuff going on. So what we built together with Scalable, I call it software stacking. So we're built on a whole bunch of different softwares, because I'm not a developer and all that. I'm just an entrepreneur that solves problems. So if we have these problems, I solve them for me first. Hey, I'm not getting enough leads. What do I do? Okay, boom, solution. Hey, I don't know how to convert these leads. Boom, solution. We use AI. So all of these things are stacked together to make it easy for anybody. Because imagine if you are spending 3, 4, 5 hours a day trying to reach out to 100 people a day. Once you reach out, now you got to have the conversation once it comes back in. And those conversations, now you're having 500 conversations and you're super overwhelmed, and all the leads are falling through the pipeline. Because what if you click on one, now it's red, and then you forget to click on it again, and it's like, oh shoot, I lost that lead, gone. If you don't have a system in place, that's what we're talking about today, Brent and I, because you need a system. It doesn't matter if it's my system, doesn't matter if it's his system, it doesn't matter what system it is, but you need a system that actually works, that's going to funnel all of your leads from opt-in to conversion. And I want to share something that one of my mentors gave me because it really helped open my mind to how to actually grow a business. Right, we're talking lead generation specifically, but if it's okay, Brent, I want to dive a little deeper because I
Sure.
think
Yeah.
people love the scalability of business if you're in the right business model. So there's only 4 ways to grow a business, and let me give credit where credit's due. I learned this from Myron Golden. If you guys don't know who Myron Golden is, I highly recommend checking him out because it's a bad boy. But he talks about it in his book called Boss Moves, the 4 ways to grow a business. There's only 4 moves. Number 1 is lead generation. We talked a little bit about that with the core 4, the outreach, the content, and the paid ads, right? We need lead generation. Number 2 is lead conversion. We need to convert these leads into actual paying clients, right? Number 3 is client ascension. We have to ascend our client from a core value offer into a premium value offer, right? Number 4 is client retention. And we do that with forced continuity, making sure they're staying for longer. But those are the 4 moves to be a boss, right? But with that being said, we need offers to pair to it. So for lead generation, we need lead generation offers. Everybody heard of lead magnets or this or that. We want to give something away for free in exchange for the lead because the money's really in the list. The bigger
Yeah.
your list, the more money you will make. Period. Next, you have the conversion. Well, how do I convert that lead to an actual client? Well, you need a core value offer. Some of these high ticket folks, Brent, they're like, oh, I don't use high ticket, by the way. I use premium value, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not low ticket, high ticket. It's how much value you have. Because if your value is humongous and your price is this big, they're gonna buy all day,
Yeah.
every day. But it's
Yeah.
about the value. So the price actually doesn't matter. So many people ask me, Brent, like, hey, what should I price my stuff at? And I tell them it doesn't matter. And they're like, what? What do you mean it doesn't matter? I'm like, well, how much value are you giving them? You're like, oh, like what is the result they're gonna get from using your stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, if they do this, and they use my process, they're gonna be able to make $100,000. Okay, well, you can sell it for 10,000 then.
Yeah.
Simple
That's
as
right.
that. Give them 10% rule of thumb. But from there, we're moving from a core value offer to a premium value offer because, like my mentor Myron talked about, why did Mercedes Benz create the Maybach? Because they got tired of losing their premium value clients to Rolls Royce. So they said, oh, this AMG is nice, but I need something nice. I'm going to Rolls Royce. Oh, no, don't go to Rolls Royce. Stay here. Welcome the Maybach. So this is exactly what you put inside of your business. And then lastly, it's called forced continuity. Sounds a little aggressive, but when somebody buys one of your things, say they give you 2, 3, 4, 10,000 bucks, you're going to say, hey, we're going to give you 30, 60, 90 days for free in our community. And then after that, it's going to be 49, 59, 79, 89, $99 a month. And what that does is when people pay, they pay attention. So if they're paying you 49,
Yeah.
59, $89 a month, they're going to keep paying attention and downloading all your content. And whenever you have a new offer, they're going to be the first ones ready to buy because it's not about selling one person one time. It's about serving the people at the highest level so they can get results. So that way they come back and say, I want more. What else you got? This AMG's nice. I need a Maybach now. I'm ready to spend 300,000.
That's
So
so good. Man, that's so like there's so much there. There's so much dense value there. I can just hear in my mind, it's like, if you can give people 10 times what they're paying for, and that's been a goal from anyone that's done anything well in our space. That's been the goal. It was hard. I told you I came from the world of radio advertising for almost a decade. And that was like, I could see results like across the board. I had lots of data to look at, and the data was there. Going to a specific brick and mortar business and trying to quantify people walking in the door off of radio, that was a hard sell. Now, I had phenomenal clients and they got it, but like now it's like you can start to track this stuff and look at this stuff. Well, here's the whole next, progression of this. It's like if we're really looking at how we can generate, value for people, I mean, now we can show them the data, how we're giving them, 5x, 10x return on their money. And it just makes it so much better. If you can give someone back 5 hours a week of their time, what's that worth to them monthly? You know what I mean? And that's how we come up with the pricing structure for what we do with a lot of our stuff, because we can just look at how much time we save them. They can still keep their leads coming in at the same rate or way higher. And then it's like, well, I mean, if it's a white collar professional making, you know, anything over like $50 an hour, it's like a no brainer. I mean, we save them, you know, 2 hours a week. They're already more than paying for our fancy, you know, lead tether software. But then there's other stuff that we have that is even cheaper solutions. And there's no way they cannot not justify the cost. And I know with Scalable, you have all these solutions pre-built in. They're saving time on so many different efforts. They can probably cancel different subscriptions that they're already paying for. They can probably do all these other things. And I know your background, and you want to basically deliver people a solid with every transaction and give them the utmost value. So I appreciate you taking time to just come on here, share with people a little bit of your lead gen expertise, and obviously your solution that you have with Scalable that you've developed. And it's so awesome. Obviously, we've talked on and off camera a little bit about some of the different things that we do, but I know that we're going to talk collaboration stuff later on in the future. I'm super excited about that. There's a lot of things that we're looking to do, and I know for anyone listening and watching this, you need to go and follow Devin, whether it be on LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever the channel is. And at some point here in the near future, I'll get links from Devin on all of the social stuff, and I'll throw that into the video that we produce on YouTube from this. So thank you so much, Devin. Is there one more thing that you want to leave everyone with, or did we leave it all out there on the field already?
Yeah. Hey, Brent, we're getting the time. I'll go for 48 days straight. But one last thing I'll hit on, because we help people work less, profit more, experience better by leveraging AI and automation. So you guys use a lot of AI, a lot of automation as well, right?
Yeah.
Some people, and typically it's the employee mindset people, the corporate side hustlers, they're still employees. They're really scared of AI. I haven't heard one entrepreneur that's scared of AI, but they don't know how. Right? Because they're moving so fast that if you're not on the cutting edge of AI, you're going to be left behind. If you're not in it every single day, like literally every day, if you miss 2 days, it's like you missed 2 months because it's moving so fast. But with that being said, this is why there's AI professionals in this space around lead generation, around lead conversion, whatever your business is. It's all around getting more leads, converting more leads, and serving more people. That's what it's really about. But there's 3 things when it comes down to the business. There's systems, there's technology, and there's people. Now, people is the hardest thing to manage. I'm pretty sure every business owner out here agrees.
Sick days, HR issues, payroll.
There's a lot going on. And I want to just leave this last gem, because this is like the biggest thing that whether it's us, whether it's you, whatever it is, implement AI in your business, because MIT did a case study around speed to lead. And in speed to lead, it talks about if you get back to a lead within 1 minute, you increase your conversions by 394%.
Oh, yeah.
What am I saying?
Yeah, without a doubt.
You 4x your results by doing nothing else in the process but getting back to them faster. I always use the analogy. I know we're wrapping up. We're getting on time, Brent. I use the analogy. If your garage door is broken and you need to fix your garage door before the sun goes down, you call 3 garage door places that's going to fix it, repair garage places. The first person who calls you back is going to get business, guaranteed. That's how the business works. It's about speed to lead. So if you do nothing else in your business, you don't add any of the client ascension, you don't add any forced continuity, you don't do nothing. You don't get a better sales team that converts better. You keep the same conversions. If you do nothing but get back to the leads faster, you will 4x your business. But let's be honest, 1 minute, literally humanly impossible. Literally. I don't care if you have a team of 5, 10, 30 appointment setters. Yeah, all these VAs, it doesn't matter. Like you said, they use the bathroom. They're going to eat lunch. They're going to be scrolling on social media. They're going to vacation, right? They're not going to be there 24/7 to answer all of these leads. So that's where we introduce AI. We call ours an AI receptionist, because we help them qualify and book appointments on autopilot. So then they just come, they show up to the call, or they come in to the office as a patient, all hands free. But more importantly, they're not tire kickers asking for price. they are actually your qualified best buyer because the AI will qualify them and it'll book accordingly if and only if they qualify. So I just want to put that out there because a lot of times we're so heavy leaning on people. But right
Yeah.
now, do we want to be the newspaper when the .com era came? It's like, oh no, we're a newspaper. We don't need to get on the internet. If you're saying we don't need to do AI right now in our business, that's what you're saying. You're the newspaper saying we don't need to go on the internet because right now is the whatever it ends up being called. It's probably going to be the AI era. I don't know what it'll be called, right? This is the AI era. And if you're going to not move into it, you're going to get left behind just like the newspapers when the internet came. So I'll just leave it there. But Brent, thank you so much for having me, man. I really appreciate it. I love people who help people. So thank you again for serving other people and helping these local businesses because
Oh man.
we're the people that make the difference, not the government. It's not the schools. It's the entrepreneurs that actually make the difference in the world. So I appreciate what you do, man.
I appreciate those kind words, Devin. Thank you so much. This has been fun. I really appreciate you coming on and sharing what you have. And I cannot wait to hook up on business and other things that we've talked about. If you're following us today, please make sure you go track down Devin, follow his stuff, his different social pages.
I
And
am
with
Devin D.
that,
Scott, all platforms. I am Devin D. Scott.
I am Devin D. Scott. There it is. Hey, thank you, Devin. Thank you for showing up today. And thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Appreciate you, Brent.